Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. Using girls on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug you. Long was 1975.
Welcome to another ZX Spectrum versus Commodore 64 comparison videos. I like to call it Playground Wars. This is the best of both wars because in this series of videos I like to compare my favourite system of all time against the Commodore 64, and I also like to do as many of the arcade conversions that were produced for both systems back in the day, simply because we love the arcades, and being able to play them at home on these very, very limited systems was basically the only option we had. So obviously it was never a doubt that I was going to play the New Zealand story, one of my favourite arcade machines of all time, released by Taito in 1988. It's a cutesy platformer with various abilities, various weapons, things to collect, warp zones to find. I don't know if they make it to the home ports. And yeah, you play Tiki, the Kiwi, who all his pals are stolen by the walrus. It's the zoo, who then you have to go out and rescue, including your girlfriend. There are a number of stages per level, and then you fight a boss. There are machines to fly, you can swim underwater, you can spit, filthy habits, enemies when you're in your scuba gear, you get laser guns, bombs, bows and arrows, and you're wearing really, really cool kick-ass trainers, and it's just really cutesy, adorable art, you know, that Taito did so well back in the day. I absolutely loved this game when I first played it in the arcades in Westwood Ho, and was absolutely blown away when Imagine, at this point who are owned by Ocean, ported it to all the usual suspects in 1989. By that I mean this, Commodore 64, Amstrad, Amiga and Atari ST. Those are the ones I'm looking at because the Spectrum version was the first one I got to play. Later on it was ported to the Master System, the Mega Drive and the PC Engine. The PC Engine being my favourite console port, and it features in my arcade versus home port series of videos because it is basically the best home port. Excuse me. New Zealand weather will do that to you. So we're playing against the Commodore 64 version, as you would expect, and yeah, I've been really looking forward to doing this one. So right, let's get into it. So basically I'm going to have to define the keys. Now this is the 128K version, so you don't multi-load it. I think you multi-loaded it on the 48K version, but it gives you really crap default keys, which is really rubbish for Ocean and Imagine because they always let you define decent keys. However, I can't use M as far because that turns the music on or off. I have to use space, which, if you know me, is sacrilege. Seriously, that's against my basic human rights, being forced to use space instead of M. Q up, A down, that's when you're on craft, because when you're just a bird, you just left, right and jump, then right, left, and then fire will start. So music sounds like the arcade, listen to it, but it's on the smallest loop ever and will get really old really quickly. But I'm going to leave it on. Oh Christ, I'm dead already. Bottom left of my lives, bottom right would be if I go into the water, the oxygen I get, because when you do underwater, well, you can drown. Now, immediately, the scrolling's not so great. I want to try and shoot one of those to show you something. There you go. You can destroy them, because in the arcade you could destroy them. It was dead handy. Obviously, there will be weapons they throw at you, such as laser bombs and shit like that. You can destroy, but you can destroy the basic ones that these crustaceans, ha, crustaceans, fire at you. Now, one thing it is missing, that scrolling is horrible. That's a spike beneath me. That will, well, not hurt, that'll kill me. Look at my kicking trainers. In the arcade, when you jump, because obviously Kiwi are flightless birds and they're indigenous to New Zealand, is it their national animal? You know, like our, well, our country has a national animal. Right, that hurry up noise means I have to hurry up, or a death cat, yes, there are such a thing, a death cat will come and get me and stab me. Right, they themselves don't kill you, it's the shit they throw at you. But yeah, hammering jump, there he is. Oh, hammering jump will allow you to just, you know, slow your descent, which is dead useful. Just rescue with my buddies, dead useful in the arcade and the other versions, but it's not included in this. Now, obviously this is monochromic graphics, which plays to the Spectrum choice. The sprites do look like monochromic versions of the arcade. They are, don't believe me? Look it up. Look up one of my playthroughs. They are unbelievably close to the arcade in Spectrum 8-bit form. Now, the only thing letting it down is the scrolling. There would be a warp zone beneath me, but that's gone. If you saw that I collected the joystick, that means when I do get the power of flight, I don't, you know, basically have to keep hitting up to accelerate, and like basically gravity finds my face. I can just move around. It's a dead handy power up. Right, jump on them, jump on it, got it. See, I just press up now. Change of noise. These ones spawn. Oh, it freezes them as well, does it? I've just lost my upgrade. Right. Oh no, that chiming noise means that basically they were all screwed. But yeah, can't hammer to slow down. But anyway, basically the level layout and design of this is absolutely accurate and identical to the arcade. You just don't see background graphics, which is sort of, it has no parallax scrolling as such, but it does have like graffiti and stuff like that, and you know, cute animals done in the style of graffiti. There we go, on the walls and stuff like that. But that's, yeah, oh, I've got the laser gun, you can spit death now. Yeah, all that's gone, because obviously that'd be too much for the Spectrum. But what you have to remember is the sacrifice they made doing that means it looks just like the arcade, layout-wise. So that's a sacrifice I'm happy to make. Don't stay in a straight line, because they will shoot you, and you'll die. Much like you do when you normally get shot. But you could cheat. Oh, that cheats from the arcade, so... Oh, no, I can't. I'll just go around the long way. You have to get them to shoot you and your thing to blow up. Ooh, painful. And then you land on the bottom, then you can jump straight up. I don't know if it's a cheat or more of just a feature you could exploit, like a break in the game. Oh, no, he'll kill me. I want you. But yeah, so you have no scenery or background graphics like that. But let me tell you, this is where this is so impressive for the Spectrum. The layout is just like the arcades, as are the sprites. Look, I can spit now. Filthy habit. And my health was all, my oxygen was going down. Oh, the inflatable water horse. This is where hammering would be useful. There you go. But yeah, I cannot get over how accurate this is to the arcade. Yeah, it's taking a hit with the scrolling, the music's on the smallest loop ever, but it does sound like the arcade. But it's the layouts. Look it up, seriously, look up a gameplay, or long play, or whatever, and just watch the first 4 levels of, like, which I'm showing you here. And you'll see that this is an amazing job. So, you know, less is more. Sacrifices overall will help, you know, how good the game is. Do I go this way? I can't remember. Warp zones, which aren't in this, will give you the ability to skip chunks of the level or get points. More so get points. Oh, this is not good. No! Yeah, I'm going the other way around. Don't start me there. You start me there. Start me on the spikes. That's not cricket. Oh, no. More often than not, you can jump straight up directly from where you are to the platform above you. Oh, God, this brings back some memories. Just like I said, this wasn't out on my Mega Drive when I got this in 1989, so I got it to play on the 128K Spectrum. I need one of them. Oh, he's shooting up! Yeah, so this, I love the arcade machine so much, I had to get this. Right, this is where you have to move, because, they got a range. Ooh! Balloons take a number of hits. You can't see that because they're not colour-coded. Watch out for the spikes. Those ones can't be blown up. That's why they're metal. Or they can't be blown up because they're metal. Keep up with your arrows, and it's a good way to clear the screen of enemies, like on the floor like that. Right, boss in here. If you got the laser gun, he's toast. You've got anything but this, he's toast. Right, here we go. You gotta let him swallow you. He's a whale and an ice cube, in case you didn't realise. You must find. Right, I don't know whatever reason that was, but his ice is supposed to rain down on me. Have I broken it by jumping? Ooh! Come on, he's going to eat me now. Come on. I'm not sure he fucking digests me since he's an ice. But there you go. It's a bit cruel of the zoo to keep him like that. Come on! I'm not sure. Right, do I have to... Oh, other versions, he just comes straight at you. Come on, eat me. It's not very often I get to... Oh, no, you just shoot from outside. I'm sure he swallowed me on the Spectrum version. I don't know. That thing where it goes all jumpy there is because it's multi-loading and it's a tap file and it's doing it all for me. But yeah, that was the first round. And as you can see, yeah, the scrolling is a bit meh, the music's a bit meh, but the overall graphic design just got a life back. And the way the levels replicate the arcade perfectly is absolutely fantastic, hence the fact that this got such amazing reviews back in the day. Anyway, let's jump to the Commodore 64 version, which I'm going to attempt to play on my C64 Mini with that god-awful joystick, so fingers crossed. So here we go, the New Zealand story on the Commodore 64. We get a slightly more, but, well, not really that much more attractive title screen, and we get some nice title screen music, which is accurate to the arcade. First thing is, I'm going to leave it on music and no sound, and I can tell you now, obviously, because the SID chip, the music is obviously going to piss all over the Spectrums, and it's not on such a small, irritating loop. However, you can spot one fault from the title screen. Look at Tiki, the Kiwi, there on the right-hand side of the screen. It looks absolutely nothing like the arcade. I mean, because we know what the game is we're playing, we know it's supposed to be Tiki, but he doesn't. He looks like Tweety Pie. I mean, people might say I'm being harsh, you know, because I'm a Spectrum fanboy, but let's be honest, put him next to Spectrum sprite of the same character, and yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a winner. I'll give you a hint. It's not that little bloke right there. Anyway, let's get into this. It says credits for, because I'm playing this on the C64 Mini, I've actually given myself infinite lives, just so I can play it for at least as long as the Spectrum version, so we can get a feel for it. Anyway, let's get straight into it. There we go. Right, so right off the bat, look, there's an immediate fault right there. See his enemy, his weapon? I can't shoot it. That is a basic failure of, you know, accuracy to the arcade game. My bullets go over it, my arrows. So that's a bit of a screw up right there. I'm going to be honest. I don't mean to immediately jump straight into it kicking off, but that's bad. Obviously with projectiles like that, it doesn't matter. But yeah, the music's better, the scrolling is way better, and we have the background graphics. So later on, well, there you go. See, so we're behind a wall because we're in the zoo, and then there's outside beneath the wall there. Getting down here is going to be a bit of a feat. Oh, I've got some sort of power up that I've never seen in the Spectrum version. But there you can see outside behind me. So all this is in there. You'll see graffiti later on. Look, there's the cute arrows. I don't recall this weapon. I don't even recall this weapon in the arcade. Look, there's a giraffe behind me. Sweet. There we go. Ooh! Your jumping is a bit... you can't do what you did... Look, I can't jump any higher there. You can't do what you did in the, you know, the arcade and on the Spectrum, to be fair. The falling and hammer your joystick and stuff like that to slow your descent. There's no bird in the cage. That's a bit pants. But yeah, your background graphics, they're all there. They're all really nice. Obviously, gives the Specky a twatting. This is where it gets awkward because you can't shoot these things. Oh yeah, it gives the Specky a twatting on that one. However, the layout of the arcade, the game, sorry, is reasonably accurate to the arcade. I mean, it's pretty much bang on. But the problem with it to me is it's too small. It's too small. The Spectrum sprites are roughly the same size as the arcade, but they aren't here. But then we get to this bit where look at the elephant. Look everyone, it's the elephant in the room. See what I did there? Ooh. I mean, it plays like the arcade, it really does, apart from the fact that that is a glaring fault, that I cannot shoot their basic weapons. I mean, that's a fail. Do not be afraid to use your invulnerability, kids, just like in real life. Oh shit, forgot about that. That was the laser gun as well. Yeah, as I said before, it's not the laser guns kick ass. It's not the enemy itself that kills you. It's their weapons. But yeah, so you know, I'll give it. The background graphics are absolutely fantastic. I don't like the fact that while it is accurate to the arcade, the layout of the platforms, they're really small. But yeah, I cannot forgive the fact that you can't shoot their weapons. That's a basic fault for making it not accurate to the arcade when the Spectrum version does it. And also, I cannot forgive the fact that you look like Tweety Pie and not Tiki. Right, anyway. But yeah, background graphics, absolutely fantastic. Scrolling, butter! Right. Oh, I should have played this on my Frodo emulator and used a D-pad. This joystick it hates me. It hates me in everything I care about. Collision detections, pants. Don't recall that on the Spectrum. Oh, this is where I could hammer, but again, that doesn't matter because it doesn't do that on the Spectrum. It does slow my descent, so I could get on one of these things and not have to go all the way to the bottom. Balls! Did I? I don't know if my infinite lives are going to show up. Come here! Right, I'm not even going to try and do that cheat. I'm just going to leg it. Fly, fly. Ah! Fly, my pretties, fly! Bollocks. Well, there we go. Infinite lives didn't work. But hey, I almost got somewhat to where I did on the Spectrum. But yeah, there we go. I had to wait for him to do... Oh, I was putting my high... Oh, I see what he did there. Put my high score in. But yeah, let's do this again. We'll just do one more round. Like I said, the background graphics truly are lovely. Aye. Why are they all... how does this walrus have such power over all these animals? Must be a Beatles fan, or they must be Beatles fans. See what I did there? So one of these is going to drop a power up. I don't want that. I think it's a bit too overpowering. It's like when you're sat next to someone on the public transport and they've caped themselves in fucking links. Or axe if you're North American. See what I did there? Hey! I cannot forgive the sprite design. Like I said, they're more like a tribute band. We know what they're supposed to be, but ultimately it's the poor representation of it. No offence if you're in a tribute band. Right. I do like the elephants. I do, like I said, I do really like the background graphics. Gonna nick your ride. Got your ride. God. What? That's down to the joystick, honest to God. That's my excuse not sticking with it. They multiply, this gun is crap. Yoink! Get the playability difficulty wise, they're pretty much absolutely bang on. What's hampering me in this one is the crap 64 mini joystick. Come on. Need a ride. That's accurate. All versions, including the arcade, none of them ever fucking come down to you. Oh, shizen. I'm very much aware. The screen size, ass, in both versions is pretty much the same because you both have something, you know, giving you somewhat more information on this. Eating up balls. Well, not eating up balls, that was awkward. A large chunk of the screen. Oh, I shot him. I can glide, pretty much uselessly. There you go, stay there. Got ya. Busted! Boosted, sorry, is the word I'm looking for. I love that whole nightmarish quality of just doors opening. Right. That's the problem, because you get stuck on the top of the screen. Oh! Fool! Fool! Fool to your death, young Kiwi! Nope. Oh, balls. I give it up there. They play the same, you know, playability wise. It's just this joystick is rubbish. But I'm going to round up and say this. Quite simply, the music is better on the Commodore. The scrolling is better on the Commodore. And the background graphics are absolutely lovely. However, where the Spectrum slightly nudges it, only a tad, I'll be honest, is the fact, well, the Commodore is broken with the fact that you can't shoot. Your bullets or your arrows go over the top. That's the problem there. You could probably shoot them, but in your stationary default on the floor position, your arrows go over the top of their basic weapons, which is just broken compared to the arcades. Your character looks piss all right, and the Spectrum ones really are delightful compared to the arcades. And yeah, I mean the scrolling is better on this one, but I don't know. Oh, and the size of the layout, the level, the blocks and stuff like that. That may sound silly, but you just get an overall feeling when you play the Spectrum version that it feels more like the arcade. And alright, you don't have the background graphics, but the design of the sprites or their accuracy, it looks more like the arcade. This is a really good version. Not with this joystick, but just those little things where, you know, your sprites are more like a tribute band and the basic aspect of being able to shoot your enemy's weapons is gone. You know what, I don't know, I'd have to flip a coin to be fair, but I'm going with the Spectrum. As always, I'd love to know what you think. Did you have this? Did you have any of the home ports, but particularly these two versions, and which one did you prefer? And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.